Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. It is Express Bet Florida Derby Day. What a day it's going to be. 14 races to look at. Let's quickly go to our track announcer, Pete Aiello, with those changes and the weather conditions.
14 races on the Florida Derby program, a whole lot of money wagered, a lot of pool guarantees, and a great day weather-wise. Fast main track, a firm turf course, and let's get right to the action. First of the day over the turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers in for $16,000. A field of 12 went postward. We start the day with the favorite from post 6, Son of Oahu.
Racing at Gulfstream. On the far outside, Squadron was away alertly and tries to cross over as they pass the wire the first time from Liquid Aloha, who's away racing in second. Dexter Road is at the rail in third. Moving to be fourth is Lewis Vale, and Remember the Main is down toward the inside. Followed a length behind by Street Code. Then it's the favorite, Son of Oahu, mid-flight in the white and red colors and about 7 lengths off the pace. Down at the inside races the Queen's Jewels with Billy Big in the 2-path. Out wider than him goes Enough is Enough. It's a length and a half back second last to Immunity in the trailer, Whiskey and Roses. Around the first turn they go. They went 25 seconds to the opening quarter speed, and Chuck Lopez and Squadron call the shots. They lead by 2.5. Second position still belongs to Liquid Aloha with Dexter Road moved to the 2-path third. Back to fourth is a joint held run by both Street Code and Lewis Vale. Next at the fence goes Remember the Main. Outside of him is the favorite from between horses, Son of Oahu. Out wide on the course goes Immunity. Then it's the Queen's Jewels and Billy Big ahead of Enough is Enough. And still last is Whiskey and Roses. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. 3 furlongs left to race. They went 49 and 2 for a half mile. And still up front, Squadron has the lead. 3 wide Dexter Road from between horses. It's Liquid Aloha who gets first run on the leader. Down inside in Street Code with trying to weave into the clear is Son of Oahu. Following him is the Queen's Jewels. Many chances as they turn for home. Street Code tries to come up the fence. Taking over the lead now. That's the long shot. Liquid Aloha striding clear to take over. Son of Oahu is charging from between horses. Here's a late run from the Queen's Jewels. The Queen's Jewels is coming on, trying to get Liquid Aloha. Liquid Aloha is hanging on under jockey Fergal Lynch to win the Florida Derby opener from the Queen's Jewels second in 1:43 and 1.
Upset winner of today's first race, it's 10, Liquid Aloha under jockey Fergal Lynch, who gets the victory for Jane Sibeli in Section 2 racing. 3, the Queen's Jewels shook loose but had to get second ahead of number 6, Son of Oahu, who ran third. We move to the second race at 7 furlongs, the start of the early pick 4. Florida Breds went for an allowance purse of $75,000. Scratch number 9, Florida Cotton, a field of 11. The favorite was number 4, Vincero.
And they're off. Out wide on the course, Over Sensual and Sensational Zip begin well. Here's Tell Me a Story in the center, and emerging between Jalen Journey. Jalen Journey now takes a clear lead. Vincero, the favorite, moves to be second. Frenchman Street out of their third. Then it's back to Starship Apollo racing ahead of Tell Me a Story, who's a length and a half better than Over Sensual with Sensational Zip. Another 2 to Transistor racing ahead of Dunk, who's a bit wide on the course. Beneficiary is second last, and Yeehaw, last of all, behind a 22 and 2 opening quarter. They race to the half-mile point, and Luis Saez and Jalen Journey lead. Irad Ortiz Jr. and Vincero by a neck. These two have moved 3 ahead of Frenchman Street, who's now third. Back to fourth, Starship Apollo, then Tell Me a Story and Over Sensual. The rest are dropping a long way behind as the 2 betting favorites kick on. Jalen Journey toward the inside, Vincero to the outside. 3 clear, Frenchman Street third, 4 in front of Starship Apollo. Then Tell Me a Story, Transistor trying to run home from the back with a quarter of a mile left to go. Jalen Journey has repelled the challenge from the favorite Vincero, who's back to second. Frenchman Street still in the hunt from third. Starship Apollo fourth. 3/16 to go. Luis Saez and Jalen Journey kick on with a 3-length lead. Second is Vincero, well clear of third, running a Frenchman Street. Here's a late run from Transistor for a slice, but at 3-1, it's Jalen Journey, gate to wire. Vincero second, Transistor third, Frenchman Street fourth, and then Starship Apollo at 122 and 1.
Number 2, Jalen Journey, proved his last maiden victory was no fluke as he tackles winners with ease. Going very quick for the distance as well under jockey Luis Saez, for Commonwealth Stable and Kathleen O'Connell. 4, Vincero tried but had to settle for second ahead of the 5, Transistor, who ran third. We'll be right back.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon at 1 mile over the main track. Maidens of the special weight variety. These are 3-year-olds. A field of 9 signed on. Favorites included 2 Donegal Aces and 3 Haunt.
And they're off. Ridden hard from the center, Flash Gun wants to lead. Up on the outside, and Seek showing speed from second. Widest of all, Jamaican into the top flight, and down at the inside, Haunt, part of the pace scenario. Own It If You Want It is next at the fence. They're followed by Quick Step Ed. Out wide on the course is Coconut Man. Out the back door early are Donegal Aces and No Rules. Out of the chute and onto the main course, the entire field separated by about 6 lengths, 23 and 1 for a quarter speed. It's Jamaican and Leparu with the advantage. Second is Flash Gun, third is Quick Step Ed. Back to fourth in between horses is Anseek, then Own It If You Want It. Donegal Aces is improving between horses, dropping back is Haunt. Coconut Man wide on the course, and trailing is No Rules. They move past the half mile and kick to the far turn. The opening half mile in 45 and 3. Stiff tempo being put up by Jamaican. Jamaican around the turn on top. Quick Step Ed is second. Anseek in the West Point colors is now third. Own It If You Want It starts to get in high gear. He's into fourth. He passes Flash Gun. The rest are struggling, led by Haunt and Donegal Aces. Still at the back is No Rules, and still up front is Jamaican. It's Jamaican a quarter of a mile from home in front. From the outside, Anseek driven but starting to get to him second. Back to third and Quick Step Ed, then Own It If You Want It. 3/4, 110 and 4, and here comes Anseek to sweep up and take the lead now. Final eighth of a mile, Anseek by 3 by 4. Own It If You Want It now second. Jamaican is third, then it's Haunt and Quick Step Ed. But as they come home for the wire, the West Point Thoroughbreds race of the day goes to West Point Thoroughbreds. It's Anseek in front. Own It If You Want It second, Quick Step Ed third, tighter for fourth. Jamaican or Haunt.
Nice price on number 6, Anseek. 9-2 on a horse with some proven form, where his other competitors were trying to prove themselves. Anseek really already had. He gets the maiden diploma here today for West Point Thoroughbreds and trainer Dale Romans. Nick Juarez on board for the winning ride. Number 1, Own It If You Want It, was second ahead of the 4, Quick Step Ed, who ran third. We go to the fourth race now, the Gulfstream Park Mile, a Grade 2 contest at 1 mile for $300,000. 6 went to the gate, but all the eyes were on number 4, Prince Lucky.
And they're off in the Gulfstream Park Mile. It was a smooth beginning for the big favorite Prince Lucky, with All Golden ridden for speed on the outside, far outside in Guy Caballero. Next at the inside is Be Gone Daddy with Tale of Silence, and the early trailer is Millionaire Runner. As they exit the 1 mile chute, the outside pair are 1-2. With the advantage, it's long shot All Golden by a half a length. Guy Caballero is second. Johnny V in no hurry with Prince Lucky third, only a length behind. Then Tale of Silence and Millionaire Runner, and the trailer is Be Gone Daddy. Separated by 4 lengths after the opening quarter mile in 24 seconds flat. And here's Prince Lucky to secure racing room toward the rail, and he goes after All Golden up front. Guy Caballero is third, Tale of Silence at the inside fourth. Back to fifth is Millionaire Runner, and Be Gone Daddy is last. Half a mile to go in the Gulfstream Park Mile. The opening half mile was picked up to 47 seconds flat as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Prince Lucky leads, but only narrowly. In the 2-path, All Golden, 4 wide, Millionaire Runner, 3 wide, and Guy Caballero looking for racing room is Tale of Silence, and at the back is Be Gone Daddy, and Johnny V just nursing the speed of Prince Lucky. Prince Lucky to the top of the stretch with the advantage. Tale of Silence into the clear to try to offer a challenge from second. Guy Caballero on the outside third, and they're at the top of the stretch. Prince Lucky now set down for the drive and 3/16 from home, 3 on top. Tale of Silence is there second. Guy Caballero is third, then Be Gone Daddy and Millionaire Runner. But inside the final 16th, it's 1-5, and let's call it what it is. Easy money on Prince Lucky, who wins the Gulfstream Mile by 4. Tale of Silence was second, Guy Caballero third, closer for fourth, Be Gone Daddy or Millionaire Runner in 1:35 and 1.
Number 4, Prince Lucky, just makes a mockery of today's Gulfstream Park Mile, winning wrapped up under a pretty nice ride from John Velasquez. John had hold of Prince Lucky the whole way. The field was tightly knit, but once he went to work on the Son of Corinthian, it was lights out. Daniel McConnell, the owner, Todd Pletcher, the winning trainer. We stay with stakes action, but move to the turf for race 5. It's the 1 mile Cutler Bay, $125,000 in guaranteed purse money with a field of 7. Off-time favorite was number 3, Marquis Prince.
And they're off in the Cutler Bay. Forever Mo gets the first call and searches for the lead, but there's a host of pursuers, including Sterling Drive, and from the outside, Insider Trading. These two go on. Candy Crush'em is next with the favorite Marquis Prince between horses. Forever Mo is out the rail and in a bit tight. Art G is back as with that second flight of runners, and the early trailer is Seismic Wave. They charge around the first turn, separated by 7 lengths, and Sterling Drive is loose up top. Fergal Lynch and Sterling Drive now by 5. Insider Trading is second. Castellano has hold of Marquis Prince. He's third. Archie is back as on the outside and racing in fourth. And it's back to Forever Mo. Candy Crush'em on the outside. And unhurried at this stage is Seismic Wave, last of the 7, behind a robust opening quarter of 23 and 2. Less than 5 furlongs to go. The advantage still belongs to Sterling Drive. He's going to try to steal it up front. He leads by 5. Marquis Prince is between horses. Archie is back, made him quicken to keep his spot, but Marquis Prince is now shuffled back a touch. Then Forever Mo ahead of Candy Crush'em, and Seismic Wave is last, yet to be asked to run, with 3 furlongs to go in the Cutler Bay. Sterling Drive has the lead, but it's only a length and a half now. From Archie is back second. Marquis Prince is third. Forever Mo tries to go on from fourth. Seismic Wave is held up in traffic with a lot of ground to make up and less than a quarter of a mile to go. Here comes Marquis Prince. Let go on the outside under Castellano to challenge for the top. Archie is back, and Sterling Drive boxing on second and third. Seismic Wave is erupting late, and he ducks to the inside. Here's Seismic Wave. What a ride! If you're an aspiring jockey, go back and watch that race ride. Irad Ortiz Jr. and Seismic Wave up to win it in 134 and 2.
Jockey Tyler Gaffleone on 4, Art G is back, does no favors to the favorite Marquis Prince in the backstretch run, but a heck of a ride from Irad Ortiz Jr. as number 1, Seismic Wave, comes from dead last at the top of the lane to get the victory, weaving through traffic for Bill Mott and the Juddmont Farms. 2, Forever Mo was second. 4, Art G is back, ran third. Let's go to race number 6, the Sanibel Island on turf at 1 mile, presented by U.S. Foods. Scratch the 1 and 3, a field of 6. The favorite was the 6, Positive Skew.
Racing in the Sanibel Island Stakes. Trenchtown Cat and Serenitza begin the best. Positive Skew takes hold of the bit and races a joint third, with Val to recover down at the inside. The 2 at the back are Belle Laura and Scat Mommy. In the charge to the first turn, it's the stretch-out speed of Trenchtown Cat, who has the lead now a length and a quarter. Serenitza on the outside second. Landeros pockets up with Vow to recover third. Racing from fourth is Positive Skew, with Belle Laura second last at the inside, and the trailer is Scat Mommy. To the backstretch they roll now, and up front, Trenchtown Cat has the lead through an opening quarter of just 24 and 4. Serenitza on the outside, second for Franco. Vow to recover is third at the inside. Fourth in the 2 path is Positive Skew, then Belle Laura and Scat Mommy. No change in proceedings, 5 furlongs left to go. Trenchtown Cat still has the lead. Serenitza still applying the pressure second. Third at the inside is Vow to recover, then Positive Skew and Belle Laura, and Scat Mommy is in range at the back of the field, 4 lengths from first to last as they round the far turn. Serenitza on the outside, Trenchtown Cat toward the rail. Vow to recover's had a good journey. Third needs a little racing room. Positive Skew gets started and tries to keep her in. Then Scat Mommy and Belle Laura's last to turn in as Serenitza and Trenchtown Cat go on. Positive Skew let go 3 wide. Vow to recover's going to try an inside lane with less than a quarter of a mile to go. It's Trenchtown Cat who has the lead and an eighth of a mile left to get. Vow to recover is next on the outside in Serenitza. Final eighth of a mile. Trenchtown Cat is in front. Vow to recover taking a late surge. This is going to get very close. Here it is. Photo finish. Trenchtown Cat reached for every yard and might have held firm in 136 flat.
Jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. proves that his skill set knows no bounds as he goes last to first in race 5 and first the whole way in race 6 as number 5, Trenchtown Cat, nursed on the front end and held on for a game score for trainer Rohan Crichton and owners Dennis Smith, Span Investments, and George DeBectany. Let's go to the 7th race. We bring out maidens on turf at 1 mile and a 16th to start today's second pick 4. A rider change on 7, Silver Kitten to Javier Castellano. Scratch the 13 and the 15. 16 drew in, and believe it or not, she was the betting favorite.
And they're off. Out wide on the course, Comfy and Cozy begins quickly and tries to cross over from her outside gate. Widest of all, Prosperite has the same idea, and Silver Kitten beats him to the punch and moves to the front. Alasael is down toward the rail, then Super Patriotic and Get Rewarded. Saving ground is Nico's Dream past the wire the first time, racing ahead of Danny's Grace. Dropped over to the rail is La Vida to race ahead of Nonsensical, mid-flight and about 8 lengths behind. It's 2 back to Angel Number, who saves ground at the inside. Following her on the outside is Amara. Then it's a length and a half to Little Evie, who's down toward the rail second last, and to Zara's at the back of the field as they charge into the backstretch. Up front, it's Silver Kitten and Castellano with the lead of a length and a quarter. On the outside, Prosperite second. Alasael works between horses third. Comfy and Cozy appears exactly that, fourth at the rail. Get Rewarded is fifth. Back to fifth, sixth is Nico's Dream. Then Super Patriotic. Moving at the inside is La Vida. Then it's a length and a half to Nonsensical. Amara tries to get going from the back. In front of her is Danny's Grace. Still at the back of the field are both Angel Number and Tizara, with Little Evie now last. 49 and 1 for a half mile. Around the far turn they go. And with the advantage, it's still Silver Kitten. The gray daughter of Kitten's Joy is in front. Alasael takes a run on the outside second. Comfy and Cozy is third. Get Rewarded, Nico's Dreamer next. Then Super Patriotic and Nonsensical. 3/4, 113 flat as they turn for home. On the outside, Alasael now strides forward to take the lead. Silver Kitten boxing on in second. Nico's Dream down the center starts to motor from third. Then Get Rewarded in deep stretch. Alasael for the front. Nico's Dream's out of time. Alasael a 9-2 winner. Second, Silver Kitten. Third, Nico's Dream, then Get Rewarded in 142 and 2.
9-2 winner here from the barn of Kieran McLaughlin. It's number 3, Alasael, who drops along early, put into the clear, turning for home, and gets the victory under jockey Johnny Velasquez for trainer Kieran McLaughlin at Shadwell Stable. Second, 7, Silver Kitten in a game try ahead of number 2, Nico's Dream, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. Still a lot of action to come. The Gulfstream Park Oaks and the Rainbow Six right after this.
And Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 8 on the program, 49th edition of the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Oaks. Around 2 turns on the main track at a mile and a 16th. It was a first finish line race. $250,000 up for grabs here. Scratch the 2, Shacklet. Blinkers on the 4, Bella Chow. The favorites were 6, Dunbar Road, and 7, Cookie Dough.
Racing in the Gulfstream Park Oaks. Excellent beginning for Dunbar Road, and from the far outside, Cookie Dough. She broke running, and they're trying to get over from their outside draw. Champagne Anyone has already dropped over. Then it's Safta from between horses, goes Point of Honor, and Bella Chow is last of all, while 3 wide as they chase Cookie Dough, who gets clear. Cookie Dough and Jeffrey Sanchez a length and a half in front. Angling to the 2-path, Champagne Anyone will race in second. Dunbar Road is a 3 wide third. Safta and the Pink Silks down at the inside fourth, racing ahead of Point of Honor, who's second last, and Bella Chow is last of all after an opening quarter mile of 23 and 4. Down the backstretch they go. Cookie Dough comfortable up front. She leads the way a length and a half. Champagne Anyone is second. Dunbar Road is ridden quietly at this stage, third on the outside. Safta next at the inside with Point of Honor. Bella Chow still 3 wide at the back. There's been no change in the plot as they go less than 5 furlongs from home. Cookie Dough still well within herself at this stage. She leads the race a length and a quarter. Champagne Anyone is the nearest pursuer second. Dunbar Road is now third. Safta at the inside fourth. Point of Honor given the green light to make ground, but she's dropped better than 5 lengths off the lead, and Bella Chow calls it an afternoon through a 47 and 2 half mile. Around the far turn they go. To the first finish line they race, and Cookie Dough still has the lead. Champagne Anyone is there second. Dunbar Road is scrubbed on, but not gaining much ground yet. Point of Honor and Safta next, less than a quarter of a mile to get. Champagne Anyone issues the challenge to the leader, Cookie Dough, off the turn. Dunbar Road floats wide, but is still in the hunt with less than an eighth of a mile to go. It's Champagne Anyone who strides forward to take the lead. Dunbar Road coming at her and coming on. The leader's laying on Cookie Dough. Here's Dunbar Road on the outside. This is going to get close. Champagne Anyone. Champagne Anyone and Chris Landero spring the upset in the Gulfstream Park Oaks in 143 and 2.
Upset winner of the Gulfstream Park Oaks, give it to the Ian Wilkes barn and number 5, Champagne Anyone, who puts the blinkers on, responds with a game win under jockey Chris Landeros for trainer Ian Wilkes and owners Randall Block and 6 Column Stable. 6, Dunbar Road was second, number 7, Cookie Dough ran third. Let's go to the 9th race now. The 9th race was the leadoff leg of today's Rainbow 6, a mile and a 16th on turf, maidens of the special weight variety. Scratch the 14 and 15, a field of 13. The favorite was the 8, Social Paranoia.
And they're up. Out wide, Game Day Decision was away smoothly. So was Scattered Skies, and so was Last Sunrise as the outside horses trying to get over. And they have. Last Sunrise and Scattered Strikes. Too many S's. They're 1-2. Down inside, it's Overbold third with Blameless away in fourth. 3 wide is Social Paranoia. 4 wide goes Game Day Decision. Backing off is the Trash Man's Coming with Go for a Ride next at the rail. Then it's a length and a half to Bad Boy racing outside of Mayan Ghost, who's 2 in front of Machiavelli. Then comes Machine Learning and Freedom's Flights at the back as they round the first turn. Opening quarter was robust, 22-2. Into the backstretch they race at 99-1. Last Sunrise leads. With the inside edge, Scattered Strikes is their second. Social Paranoia is third. Overbold is tugging a bit, wants to go on with it. No place to do it yet. In between horses, it's Blameless. Then it's a length and a half to Game Day Decision. At the rail, and the Trash Man's Coming. Followed by the team of Bad Boy and Go for a Ride, who are a length and a half in front of Mayan Ghost. Getting started on the outside. Here's the run from last from Freedom's Flight under Bravo. 4 wide and changing the complexion of the race entirely, as moving up the challenge for the lead now is Social Paranoia. Social Paranoia and Scattered Strikes, these two kick on. All the way up into third was Freedom's Flight, then back to fourth in Game Day Decision. From the outside and Bad Boy, 3/4, 112-2 as they turn for home. On the outside, Social Paranoia now has the lead. Scattered Strikes tries to stay with them second, well clear of the others, led by Bad Boy and Freedom's Flight. Final 1/8 of a mile, even money is looking pretty good on Social Paranoia, who's kicked clear with authority. Social Paranoia takes a knee and runs out the clock, 6.5 in front. Bad Boy was second, Scattered Strikes in a photo for third, with the Trash Man's Coming and Freedom's Flight.
Rainbow 6 starts with an even money winner as number 8, Social Paranoia, takes care of business under jockey Luis Saez for trainer Todd Pletcher and the Elkstone group of Stuart Grant. 9, Bad Boy was second ahead of the 12, Scattered Strikes, who ran third. Back to stakes action we go with race number 10 on the program, the start of the late pick 5, a mile on turf, the 4th running of the Sand Spring Stakes. Scratch number 3, Mrs. Ramona G, a field of 8. The favorite was the 9, Proctor's Ledge.
Racing in the Sand Springs. Good start for Vendita from the rail. Valedictorian in the center has speed. Quebec's going to back off with Proctor's Ledge on the outside. Then it's back to Midnight Soiree ahead of Andina Del Sur. Too Charming is off the speed today and not happy about it. Very keen down toward the inside. And 3 to the trailer, Fire Key. They charge into the first turn, and Julien Leparoux and Vendita have the lead. Valedictorian is second. Quebec is well situated at the rail third. Proctor's Ledge on the outside, giving up a touch of ground in the early stages, racing into third now from Midnight Soiree, who's back fifth. Then it's Andina Del Sur ahead of Too Charming, and Fire Key is last. 24-1 for the opening quarter speed. At a big price, Vendita has the lead. Valedictorian moves to challenge foul second. 3 wide, Proctor's Ledge third. Down at the inside, Quebec is looking to try to secure some racing room as Midnight Soiree wanted the same spot. Then back to Andina Del Sur, racing ahead of the back markers, Too Charming and Fire Key. 48-4 for the opening half mile, and the leader Vendita has been overhauled by Valedictorian, who's now around the far turn and neck better than the classy daughter of Go Zapper, Proctor's Ledge, who's up alongside second, Andina Del Sur third. Quebec yet to be asked to kick, fourth and down toward the inside as they have 3/4 and 112-1, and there's less than a quarter of a mile to go. In the stretch drive now, Valedictorian asked to sprint with Proctor's Ledge on the outside. Set down for the drive to color, Valedictorian. These two kick on. Valedictorian very game. Proctor's Ledge is not by yet. These two, Valedictorian, Proctor's Ledge, it's Valedictorian. Valedictorian never let Proctor's Ledge by. Turned her away in 134-4.
Number 5, Valedictorian, is just a great mare to have in the barn as she tries so hard each and every time, and today she turned away a very classy second runner and Proctor's Ledge, and she gets the money in well-deserved fashion under a strong ride from Tyler Gaffleone, owned by Epic Racing and trained by Kelly Breen. It's It's the New Jersey-bred daughter of Temple City in the Sand Springs. We move now to race number 11 of the afternoon, the start of the late pick four. More than $1 million in that late pick four pool. 7 furlongs of the journey here. Allowance optional claiming horses. The favorites were 3 Gleason and 5 Restoring Hope.
And they're off. Out wide on the course, So Long Chuck begins very well and looks for an advantage from between horses. Restoring Hope moves to challenge. Down inside, it's Gleason. From between that duo is Rock Doc. They're 4 across the track early. 3 back to Articulator, who's out sprinted today. Fast pass between horses, driven by Thunder on the inside. Then it's the team of Candygram and Jack-tastic racing ahead of Green Mansions. And the Gospel of John is last of the 11 as they went the opening quarter mile in 22-1. It's Gleason with inside position and a lead of 3 parts of a length. Restoring Hope is right there with him on the outside second. From between horses, that's Rock Doc third. So Long Chuck tries a re-rally fourth, then Articulator, who's on the chase. Out 3 wide and Fast Pass with Driven by Thunder from between. Length and a half to Candygram racing ahead of the Gospel of John, and now trailing is Jack-tastic. They run past the 5/16. Restoring Hope traveling well at this stage. He leads the race now 3 parts of a length over a Driven Gleason second. Articulator not known for his closing prowess, but he's trying to get on terms with the leader with a quarter of a mile left to go. Restoring Hope off the turn with the lead. Gleason is second. Down the center, an elite run from Fast Pass and Candygram. 1/8 of a mile left to go. Restoring Hope trying to finish what he started. He leads the race by 2.5. Late run from Fast Pass. Gleason is at the rail, but through it all, it's Restoring Hope. He's a back-a winner by 2 in the end. Gleason is second, closer for third. Candygram's in a picture with Articulator and Fast Pass in 122-4.
Irad Ortiz Jr. completes a riding triple on Florida Derby Day as number 5, Restoring Hope, comes back a winner under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. for Jason Service and owners Gary and Mary West. 3 Gleason was second, and 11 Candygram ran third. Let's turn our attention now to the 12th race of the day, a 1-mile turf event. Allowance optional claiming horses with a field of 11. Favorites included number 1, Pagliacci, and number 11, Second Mate.
And they're off. From the inside, Tombalane gets the first call. Here comes Commute quickly up to challenge and take over the lead. Battle of Blenheim moves into the top flight in his joint second. Out wide on the course while working over his Second Mate, just to his inside goes Bondurant, and Pagliacci saves ground toward the rail. Then it's a length and a half to Black Sea. Nipawa's 3 wide. At the fence goes Space Mountain. He's third last. Second last is Ambassador Jim, and Brucaritas last of all as the field of 11 heads into the backstretch. 22-4 for a strong opening quarter speed. Advantage to Commute, and jockey Nick Juarez on top by 2.5. Behind racing in second is Tombalane, 3 better than Battle of Blenheim third. Fourth at the inside is Bondurant, racing ahead of Second Mate, who's 5th in the yellow colors. Dropped better than 7 lengths off the lead and works 2 ahead of Nipawa. Then down inside goes Pagliacci, a gap of 2.5 to Black Sea. A length and a half in front of Space Mountain, third last. Ambassador Jim second last. And Brucarita is still last in a strung out group. Opening half mile clocked in 45-3. Commute takes no prisoners and still leads the way a length and a quarter. Tombalane now starts to get after him second. Battle of Blenheim third. From the back, Pagliacci working between horses to try to go after the top 2 with a quarter of a mile left to go. Tombalane on the outside of Commute. These two shoulder to shoulder with Tombalane now taking the lead. Commute is back to second down the center. Second Mate is charging hard. Then it's a late run from Space Mountain. In deep stretch, Tombalane is close to home with a clear lead. And Tombalane and Luca Panici to win by 2 in the end. Second was Second Mate. Third was Space Mountain. Close after that, charging was Brucarita with Commute in 132-4.
Number 2, Tombalane gives Luca Panici a Florida Derby Day victory as the veteran campaigner is up to the task, winning at a nice price for trainer Jorge Navarro and owner Sanford Goldfarb. Again, Luca Panici on board. 11 Second Mate completes an exacta worth more than $120. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the last 2 races, including the Florida Derby. Don't go away.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for the 13th race of the afternoon, first half of the late daily double. It was the Grade 2 Pan Am at a mile and a half on turf for $250,000 presented by our friends at Root and Riddle. A field of 9 signed on. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off in the Pan American Stakes. It was a good start for Village King, who looks to drop over to the rail. Up on the outside, Salute the Colonel has speed early. Widest of all, bigger picture, just to his inside is Solio. And the gray Canassar now moves to the rail under Fergal Lynch, with Focus Group mid-flight early. Then back to Highland Sky ahead of Melmich, and Nessie is last. They go to the far turn for the first time, and putting up the numbers early, it's Village King from Salute the Colonel, who's fighting the rider badly, head up high and not happy. Back at the inside, Canassar is third. Solio is racing in the two-path fourth. Then it's bigger picture with Focus Group. Highland Sky is about 3 wide on the course with Melmich to his inside, and Nessie is unhurried at this point as they wheel into the stretch for the first time. John Velasquez harnessing the speed of Village King through the opening quarter mile of 24-4. Salute the Colonel on the outside is second. Down at the inside and racing into third. And only a length off the lead is Canassar, back to fourth in Solio. Then comes Focus Group and bigger picture ahead of Melmich, who's third last. Highland Sky is second last, and Nessie is last of all with 1 lap to go. The opening half mile was 51-3 as they charge to the clubhouse turn. Village King has been in front from the outset and maintains control by a length now over Salute the Colonel, who's a bit better to handle second. Fergal Lynch and Canassar down at the inside third. Solio has had a good trip. He's racing in fourth. Down at the inside in Focus Group fifth. Bigger picture is sixth. Then Melmich and Highland Sky. Nessie's at the back. All 9 riders completely content with their position through 3 quarters in 1:18-1, less than 5 furlongs to race. With the advantage, Village King by a length. Salute the Colonel is second. Canassar's had a box seat. He'll look to move forward now with Solio racing in fourth. Focus Group is at the rail and he's moving quietly toward the top. Racing 3 wide in bigger picture. Melmich follows the move of Focus Group. Highland Sky is still second last, and Nessie's been last of all as they swing to the far turn. The mile in 1:44-4. They now have 3 furlongs left to go, and now the pace quickens. With the advantage, it's Village King as Canassar moves into the clear to try to take him on second. Salute the Colonel is third. Focus Group is next. Melmich, shown open racetrack by Castellano, finishing up nicely. Solio's on the outside. Top of the lane with the advantage, it's still Village King. Melmich let go down the center toward the rail. Focus Group with Canassar. Melmich getting in a touch. Focus Group has the lead. Melmich surging to him. Melmich, Focus Group. Photo finish! Melmich wanted to lug in on Javi. It did him no favors. Focus Group right alongside in 2:30 flat.
What a finish to today's Pan Am. In the end, it was one Focus Group who got the nod and a narrow victory, giving Irad Ortiz Jr. a grand slam on the program. 4 wins for him. Chad Brown does the training of this son of Kitten's Joy, owned in partnership by William Lawrence and Clarovich Stable. Gotta say, number 2, Melmich probably beat himself as he was wanting to get in a touch. Castellano had to really straighten him up. He lost a heartbreaker in a great effort. 14th and feature race. This was the big one, the $1 million ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. A mile and an eighth over the fast main track with a field of 11. The favorite was the rail horse, number 1, Hidden Scroll.
And they're off in the ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. From the center, Maximum Security with an alert beginning, and he goes looking for a clear advantage. He's dropped over to the inside with Bodie Express on his outside. Wide to the first turn was Garter and Tie, and then Hidden Scroll. The favorite is settled down third. Up into fourth is Union's Destiny. Followed fifth at the rail by Everfast, and Hard Bell is between horses. Then it's the Fountain of Youth winner, Code of Honor. He's settled in about 6 lengths off the lead for Johnny V. Bourbon War has taken hold of the bit down toward the inside, while third last. Harvey Wallbanger is second last, and trailing the field is Current, but it looks to be a controlled early pace. The opening quarter indeed controlled, 24 seconds flat, as the undefeated Maximum Security has the lead. Bodie Express is there second. Javier Castellano and the favorite Hidden Scroll have settled third at the inside. Union's Destiny follows along in fourth, followed fifth by Garter and Tie. Then at the rail goes Everfast. Working between horses is Code of Honor. He's 3 wide with company from Hard Bell. Then it's a 2-length margin to Bourbon War. Current's out of last, and the trailer is Harvey wall banger, and there's less than half a mile to go in the Florida Derby. Maximum Security's been in front from the outset. He went 48-4 for a casual half mile. Bodie Express is there second. Castellano yet to move on Hidden Scroll, making a decision about where he wants to go. Code of Honor is scrubbed on. He's not gaining much ground. Union's Destiny has called it a day. Garter and Ty is wide. Widest of all is Bourbon War, but he's commencing a rally. Meanwhile, up front, they left Maximum Security alone, and Maximum Security cuts the corner and opens up. Maximum Security, less than a quarter of a mile to go, and he's 6 on top. Second is Bodie Express. He's running a huge race down at the inside in Code of Honor. Hidden Scroll at a 1-pace. Bourbon War on the outside, but Maximum Security proves he's the real deal with a gate-to-wire win in the Florida Derby. Bodie Express was second. Code of Honor finished third. Then Bourbon War and Current in 1:48-4.
The opening quarter tells the story of today's Florida Derby. Number 7, Maximum Security, untested at 2 turns and untested against stakes horses, but he went that opening quarter in a hassle-free 24 and change. Once that took place and he got a half mile in 48, he had plenty in the tank, remaining undefeated and taking a major step forward towards the Kentucky Derby. Congratulations to jockey Luis Saez and trainer Jason Service, Gary and Mary West, the owner and breeder of this son of New Year's Day. How about the 8, Bodie Express at 70-1? He stalked that slow pace and had a kick himself to be second, ahead of the Florida Fountain of Youth winner 9, Code of Honor, ran third. Form for result at today's Rainbow Six yields a return of $1,934.68 as we move forward to a 1:10 start on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, that wraps up a fantastic Florida Derby card, but we're right back here on Sunday for closing day of the championship meet with 11 races on tap. Boy, it's going to be fun. Again, mandatory payouts and all bets on closing day at Gulfstream Park. Boy, it's going to be fun.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.